Now on Coast TV News.
Ocean City businesses continuing to change in town.
A land use reform group, Sussex County, tackling rapid growth in the area through a new venue.
Counting down the days to Milton's municipal election, we take a look at the candidates running for mayor.
We are expecting a wisp of rain tomorrow morning after this wonderful warm weather. I'll explain all of that coming up.
This is Coast TV News at 5.
More stores in Ocean City saying goodbye. Good evening. I'm Madeline Overturf.
And I'm Charlie Sakaitis. Welcome to our news at 5. We begin tonight with yet another longtime business closing up for good after tomorrow.
The 7-Eleven in downtown Ocean City. It was there for decades, but now it is leaving. Coast TV News reporter Kevin Zapay joins us live in Ocean City. And Kevin, in just the last few days, a number of businesses have closed up shop.
Maddie, behind me is the Alaska Stand, a place that has been serving food here along the Ocean City Boardwalk for over 90 years. But now this spot is closing its doors for good. This is Ocean City's 150th year, and the town has a history of decades-long business staples. But over the past 12 months, some of those stores have packed up and closed down. The 7-Eleven in downtown Ocean City is the most recent store closing up shop. Kenny Kirchhoff took some memorabilia home to remember all the good times he had there.
I'm pretty sad. It gives a place for people to go in the middle of the night to get something to drink, something to eat. It was absolutely one of the biggest landmarks here in Ocean City. Everybody knows the 7-Eleven. That's
not the only business we've seen closed in town. The iconic Rosenfeld's Jewish Deli shut its doors 5 months ago.
It's been great for the community having them here, and I'm sorry to see them go.
Rose's, another mainstay, a store that people loved, also ended their run.
We used to come to Rose's all the time. I'm going to miss Rose's. I really, really am.
And even the Alaska Stand, which has been serving up food along the boardwalk for over 90 years, is now saying goodbye to their loyal customers. But you know the old saying, when one door closes, another door opens. Rose's is being redeveloped into an Acme, and the Alaska Stand will now become another Thrasher's along the boardwalk. Something Thrasher's general manager Les Morris is excited to see.
Things come and go, but all in all, everything works pretty good here in town of Ocean City.
As Ocean City remembers 150 years along the coast, businesses in town continue to come and go. Morris expects the new Thrashers to be open just before the summer season begins. I'm Kevin Zapay, live in Ocean City, Coast TV News.
Now, Rosenfeld's old location, that's gone, but the beloved Jewish Deli is returning to Ocean City in a different capacity. Back in September, Rosenfeld's closed the doors at 63rd Street, saying the building was too old, but it'll be back at the Schmegel's Bagels inside there on 82nd Street, Charlie.
Yes, and you can enjoy Rosenfeld's inside there, as Maddie was just saying. Moving on, Sussex County is growing. It's a topic of cover that we cover a lot here on Coast TV. And with that growth in mind, the county has now appointed what's called a land use reform working group to tackle the issue. Live in Georgetown is Coast TV News reporter Emma Aiken. Emma, the group will advise the council and the Planning and Zoning Committee.
Charlie, the county says this group will use their different perspectives to try and come up with collective solutions for what they say is the #1 issue here: development. The first initiative will be to look at where area growth is happening and try to spread it to other areas. The county says the 10-person committee will be made up of people impacted by development at all levels. Think farmers to developers to environmentalists to workforce housing people. Sussex County says they want to address rapid growth differently than how they are now. Some people in the area think this new committee is a great idea.
So that we're not so overwhelmed, we ourselves become captives of this wonderful place and we can't even use it. That's kind of sad. I don't think the community expected things here to explode the way it has.
The county says the biggest area developments right now are Lewis, Millville, Ocean View, and again, the idea would be to see less housing developments there and spread them differently to other areas. Live in Sussex County, Emma Aiken, Coast TV News.
And this brings us to our Coast TV poll. We wanted to know what should be the top priority for Sussex County Land Use Working Group.
Let's take a look at the results so far. Take a look at your screen. Wow, it's tied at the moment for managing growth and preserving farmland. though improving roads and affordable housing are also getting some of the votes.
I'm interested to see if this changes this evening. They could move up and down. If you go vote, be a part of the conversation at CoastTV.com or use the Coast TV mobile app. And we're taking a live look right now into Cambridge. Nice day out there as we check in with our First Alert chief meteorologist. You know him. It's Paul Williams.
Hey, you know me. I'm just trying to let you know how great things are going to be. Hey, that rhymed and that was totally by accident. However, beautiful sunshine is what we're talking about. And it just puts everybody in that jovial, hey, we live on the beach kind of a mood, right? Our Hershey's exterior camera in Ocean City, we're at 45 degrees right now. That's one of the cooler spots right now. And we're going to stay in the 40s with mostly clearing skies. Take a look at how warm we ended up. 50 is the norm. 63 is where we ended up today. 70. The record set in 1996. We're only about 7 degrees away from tying the record high. That's a nice way to go. Now, our low for today was right on point as far as the climatological norm for this time of the year. We had a high of 63 in Georgetown, 63 Easton. We warmed to about 62 for us in Salisbury, warmed to 61 degrees for the high in Wallops Island, 57 the high in Ocean City, and in Cambridge, we warmed to 61 degrees as well. Coming up, we're going to see if we can extend this warming trend a little bit further. We'll talk more about that in detail coming up. Till then, back to you, Maddie.
Thank you. Milton's municipal election is just days away, and 2 candidates are running for mayor. That would be current Mayor John Collier and Vice Mayor Lee Revis Plank. With days to go until people cast their vote, both say their focus is working with the town to serve the people of Milton.
Nobody loses in this game. We're all in this together.
You have to be able to just put your head down and keep working forward for the best of the town.
Eligible voters can head to the Milton Fire Department 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Saturday and make sure you have your ID with you when you vote.
In Washington, Republicans are working to craft a budget framework that can clear both chambers of Congress. This after the House passed a resolution last night, and now it could be setting up a battle over Medicaid. The measure is not finalized as a bill. It's a framework for negotiations with the Senate that's likely to get pushback in that chamber. It does propose an $880 billion reduction in health and energy programs over a decade.
Medicaid is hugely problematic because it has a lot of fraud, waste, and abuse.
And that means not only probably throwing millions of kids off health insurance, it means also making major cutbacks for nursing homes.
President Trump says Medicare cuts are off the table. The House framework also contains sweeping tax cuts.
Today, President Trump convening his first cabinet meeting since taking office. NBC's Gabe Gutierrez shows us how there was an extra chair today for billionaire Elon Musk.
This day, the Bible says that your mercy.
Praise and prayer.
And Father God, we give you the glory and the honor.
Kicking off President Trump's first cabinet meeting of his second term.
We've put together a great cabinet.
Touting the work his team has accomplished and singling out Elon Musk, the billionaire slashing government spending and employees.
This country has gotten bloated and fat and disgusting and incompetently run.
The world's richest man defending his actions.
But if we don't do this, America will go bankrupt. That's why it has to be done.
The Department of Government Efficiency, or DOGE, claims it saved $65 billion by cutting waste and fraud, though the administration has yet to produce evidence of fraud, which is a crime.
We will make mistakes. We won't be perfect. But when we make a mistake, we'll fix it very quickly.
But the Trump administration is ramping up its push to slash the federal government, sending a new memo today to agency heads, directing them to prepare for large-scale reductions in force. Also today, the president downplaying the latest economic numbers that show prices rising and consumer confidence dropping.
The inflation is stopping slowly, but part of the reason it's stopping is because of high interest rates and other problems that we inherited.
In fact, inflation has been ticking up steadily over the past year, according to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics. Trump also predicting his administration will balance the budget as early as next year, as the House narrowly passed a resolution overnight with no cuts to Social Security.
We're not going to touch it. Now, we are going to look for fraud, act like people that shouldn't be on.
Still, it's not clear how the Republican-led Congress will ultimately pay for the tax cuts Trump wants. One thing the president was clear on today: Ukraine should not be part of NATO.
NATO you can forget about.
But he says he's struck a deal with Ukraine to get access to that country's rare earth minerals, crucial to creating electronics and defense weapons.
President Zelensky is going to be coming on Friday. That's now confirmed, and we're going to be signing an agreement, which will be a very big agreement.
Gabe Gutierrez, NBC News, Washington.
A tribute to the wild ponies, how the Delmarva Shorebirds are set to honor the ponies on the baseball field.
And thanks to a weak front pushing through for Thursday, we are expecting a few lackluster showers for the afternoon. More on that coming up.
But first, a traffic light on Mulberry Street and Route 16 delayed. Up next.
There's only one place to go for your next vehicle. IG Burton Lewis Auto Mall. Trusted since 1908 for our expert team, massive selection, and our unbeatable prices. Drive new Buick Envistas for $199 a month. Or get up to $13,000 off new Silverados. Visit us today. And remember,
nobody beats a Burton deal. Nobody.
Nobody beats an IG Burton deal.
We could practice our skills anywhere, but here is where we've chosen to be. It's here that we find new ways to create hope, give second chances, save lives. One day your heart will need us, and on that day, we'll be ready, without missing a beat. The Heart and Vascular Institute at Bay Health. Our commitment runs deep.
Can you hear me? She's in septic shock.
Everything okay, doctor?
I've always liked you.
You're on acid, Dean.
Oh.
We gotta get this man to the hospital.
We need an ambulance.
6 minutes out.
He'll bleed out by then. Zoe's gone.
She's been taken by a serial killer.
Zoe!
Chicago Wednesday, new tonight on NBC and Peacock.
Victory isn't just the finish line, it's the fire that drives us. Seizing opportunities, rising to challenges, and never backing down. At the Delmarva Sports Network, we celebrate the wins, big and small. We honor the hustle, the heart, and the heroes. Because DSN is where local teams become legends. It's where champions shine, and every victory inspires the next. Delmarva Sports Network, local teams, big dream. This is Coast TV News at 5.
A new traffic light was supposed to be built right at the intersection of Route 16 and Mulberry Street. It was supposed to be done by the end of 2024, according to DelDOT.
The project, however, has been delayed for some time, and there's no traffic light at that intersection right now.
Coast TV News reporter Brendan Conroy joins us live there in Milton. And Brendan, this is a pretty heavy traffic area in Milton.
Hey, Maddie and Charlie, I'm here at that intersection right where the light was supposed to go. As you can see, there is no light over there now. What they do have, though, are 2 stop signs, only 2, for those coming down Mulberry Street. Those on the Milton-Ellendale Highway, however, they don't have any signs or any lights at all. Those traffic lights was supposed to mend those issues of traffic on that intersection. When I spoke to somebody who lives in Milton, she told me that she wishes this would at least be near the top of the list for DelDOT.
It's not a priority. So I think people's lives are a priority instead of some of these other things that are going down. Milton's growing, and there needs to be a light there.
We reached out to DelDOT, but have heard nothing back just yet, but we will have more for you on this story on Coast TV News at 11. Reporting live in Milton, Brendan Conroy, Coast TV News.
And not too far down the road from that, DelDOT is in the planning stage of building a roundabout. That's specifically at Route 16 and Route 30. According to DelDOT, a traffic study identified this intersection as a high crash location.
Here's a look at your Bay forecast. We are expecting a chance of passing lackluster shower for us on Thursday, but then we'll stay at about 54 Friday, which is above the norm. Then we're going to jettison right back into the 60s again. Whew, this weather's a hot thing going. We'll talk more about the forecast coming up.
Visit us at Lakeshore Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram of Seaford and find out what the locals have known all along. While all pre-owned vehicles look the same, at Lakeshore Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram of Seaford, we carefully inspect all of our used vehicles in our service department with our factory-trained technicians. Combine that with our great selection, lowest prices in Sussex County, and our top level of customer service, we believe you'll see why we say that we're different, and we prove it. Call us at 302-990-3099 or online at lakeshorecdjr.com.
Draper Media is searching for a full-time entry-level accountant. Successful candidates should have at least an associate's degree or equivalent experience. Candidates with experience in Sage Intacct will be given preference. It's an extremely detail-oriented job involving problem solving. Join the Draper Media team today as our next accountant with full benefits. Go to drapermediajobs.com to learn more and apply. Draper Media is an equal opportunity employer.
Born in the stars, formed in the earth, shaped by designers around the world, and curated by Khalsa Jewelers in Lewis. Paul Chen, also known as Sundar Khalsa, is a meditation and yoga master as well as the owner of Khalsa Jewelers.
At Khalsa Jewelers, we offer signature pieces to celebrate love in those special moments in our life. Peace to all, light to all, love to all. Celebrate with us at historic Lewis and Rehoboth Beach.
For greatness.
Get more with DSN Plus. Subscribe today.
Turn your dreams of a perfect kitchen into reality with That Cabinet Store, where a dedicated team of designers will bring your vision to life. Whether it's traditional or European, kitchen design is our specialty. And we can get your fully customized kitchen cabinets installed in as little as 4 weeks, semi-custom in 10 days. And if you're looking for new countertops, we offer quality in-house fabricated countertops. Dream today, designs for tomorrow at That Cabinet Store, located with Matt the Carpet Guy in Selbyville and Salisbury.
Delmarva Sports Network updates can be heard on Big 1077.
I would just like to say for the record, it's really nice to simply give you the forecast without any major big bad coming around the corner. And so we're just going to keep it light, keep it comfortable, keep it friendly with the forecast, shall we? Our Cambridge camera, we're at 55 degrees. Temperature, the normal high for this time is usually about 50 degrees, so we're above that, and we're going to stay above that for the next couple of days in a row, hence the friendliness of the forecast. 47 by 9 o'clock with a few scattered clouds by then. Now, I want you to kind of think about something. We're going to see a surge of warm temperatures overtake a good portion of the entire United States, generally speaking, and we're in the midst of that warming of America, so to speak. And we're in the 50s, 52 in Indian River Inlet, 52 Bethany Beach. We're in the 60s right now as we speak, 61, not only in Georgetown, but also in Seaford. Take a look at the winds pushing out of the south, staying a little active along the shore, but not necessarily throughout the inland areas. And that's also indicative of the small craft advisory we have active for Lewis, Dewey Beach, Ocean View, Fenwick Island, watching out for about 25 mile per hour wind gusts. That's also inclusive of places like Ocean Pines, Gulf Club Shores, Ocean City, down towards Chincoteague, and on the other side of the peninsula for the folks that are in Cambridge, Taylor's Island, as well as Deal Island. So we're breezy, generally speaking, for the Northeast as a whole. We keep a close eye on this triple point that's making its way across Chicago because it's going to bring in some scattered showers. Now, that rain is going to swing in our direction, but it's really light, and I don't expect it to stick around for an extended period of time. So ultimately, here's your storyline. Tomorrow, a weak front pushes through, giving us some scattered showers. They're not going to stick around all afternoon long, but we'll get a little rain. Friday, we're going back to being sunny and fantastic. Overnight lows staying in the 50s. That's really mild. Breaking it down, we're looking for increasing cloud cover, a bit gray for tomorrow, but still in the 60s. So it's not a bad trade-off when you think about it. For, let's say, noon, we're looking for light showers, and then we see this wave of rain that's going to push through possibly later in the evening, but it has a very short shelf life, okay? And then it's out of the way in time for us to enjoy Friday. So the beaches, we're looking at, for example, Thursday, lots of sunshine, but we'll see increasing temperatures, and then we're going to stay in the 50s, 54s on Friday, and then we're looking for example, in Lewis, we're looking for scattered showers that kick in for us early in the morning. Now, take a look at our temperature trend We're looking for the temperatures to drop dramatically for Sunday and Monday. So we're going to stay friendly till we get to the end of the weekend. That's when the cold air steps into play and will dominate the mid-Atlantic region, dropping the temperatures dramatically. So let's go ahead and summarize this quickly for you. Tonight, increasing cloud cover, not so cold for tonight in 44. Tomorrow, cloudy, gray, a few afternoon showers, and maybe a quick in and out spot shower for the evening time, but nothing that's going to last for an extended period of time or cause a problem. Friday, fantastic with temperatures in the 50s. Remember, 50 is the norm, 54 is what we're expecting, so we're still on the positive side of that thing. Finally, here's a look at the 7-day forecast. If we have to be apprehensive about any part of the forecast, it's going to be Sunday going into Monday because we're going to be cold. When I say cold, we're going to be for real cold. We're talking 21 degrees, so brace for that, but we'll warm right up by Tuesday.
Thank you, Paul. This year, the Delmarva Shorebirds are going to pay tribute to the wild ponies. Here you can see them from above in the iconic pony swim.
One of my absolutely favorite events. And get this, on May 17th, the Shorebirds will become the Delmarva Wild Ponies on the baseball field. As part of this one-night special identity, the Shorebirds will be wearing custom jerseys and hats that includes the Wild Ponies logo, and it's for a good cause, Charlie, raising money to preserve them.
I think that's great. And coming up tonight on the Delmarva Sports Network, it's women's basketball when Maryland Eastern Shore hosts North Carolina Central. Then at 8, it's the men's basketball, and you can catch the final score at 10:30.
We salute Cameron Morris. Cameron joined the fire service in 2022, channeling his passion for firefighting into a budding career even during challenging times. Inspired by his uncle, a firefighter whose legacy he aims to honor and build upon, Cameron is dedicated to advancing his skills further by training to become a paramedic with Sussex County. Despite his busy schedule, Cameron remains committed to his training and service, striving to make a significant impact in his community and fulfill his career aspirations. We salute Cameron Morris for his dedication and efforts to excel in the fire service while honoring his uncle's memory.
Spicer Brothers and CoastTV are honoring military persons and first responders serving Delmarva. If you have a family member, friend, or community member that you would like to nominate for a CoastTV salute, go to coasttvsalutes.com.
When's the last time you had your deck inspected? It's important to check for damage and loose boards.
We recommend inspecting your deck every 2 years.
Why not check it off your list now? Paul Davis offers free deck inspections year-round,
giving you peace of mind that your deck is safe and secure.
Our winter blowout sale is extended through February. Half off labor, a free fire pit, and no interest, no payments until 2026. Don't wait until the spring. Call Paul Davis for your free deck inspection today.
Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling.
Weather is sponsored by Paul Davis Restoration, your storm damage experts, here to help now.
Be a part of the ultimate outdoor experience at the DSN Outdoors Expo. Join us Friday, April 25th from 3 to 8 and Saturday, April 26th from 10 to 4 at the Delaware State Fairgrounds in Harrington. Showcase your products and services to thousands of potential customers. Increase your brand awareness and reach a large audience at the DSN Outdoors Expo. For more information and to apply as a vendor today, visit WBOCEvents.com.
With an expanded selection of outdoor furniture, Johnny Janosic is Delaware's outdoor furniture headquarters. Right now, during our pre-season sale, get 15% off all outdoor furniture and accessories, plus 0% APR financing till 2028, and get an extra 10% off outdoor clearance models. Order now in time for spring. For the area's best selection and biggest savings, come to Johnny Janosic World of Outdoor Furniture in Laurel, Dover, Christiana, and Wilmington.
Have fun and enjoy Delmarva's Coast with Petey the Peacock, sharing joy coast-wide. Know where he's going to be next and get his free coloring book at peteythepeacock.com. Sponsored by Tidal Health.
Bullied because of her large nose. The confidence-building surgery that changed her life.
Love it.
How she went from this to this. Next, Inside Edition.
Today at 5:30 on Coast TV.
You may think your home's crawl space is okay, but chances are it's not. Mold, pests, and rotting beams can all cause problems for your home and for your family. The good news is your home's crawl space problems can be fixed permanently, so you and your family can rest easy, because crawl space problems won't get better with time. but they will get better with us. Call Dry Zone today for your free estimate.
Brought to you by Dry Zone, your local crawl space experts.
New tonight, the Department of Agriculture Secretary is outlining a new strategy she says will mitigate the spread of bird flu and lower egg prices. That will be paid for, at least in part, by the Department of Government efficiency cuts. The plan includes spending $500 million to enhance biosecurity measures and keep the virus off farms, cutting back regulations on egg producers, and making it easier for families to raise backyard chickens, and possibly temporarily importing more eggs to reduce those prices.
Sales of new single-family homes in the U.S. tumbled more than expected in January. It suggests the critical spring home buying season is starting off on weak footing. New home sales fell 10.5% in January. That is well below expectations. Existing home sales also fell in January, down nearly 5% from December.
The entertainment world is mourning the loss of Michelle Trachtenberg. The former child star and beloved actor known for her work on Buffy the Vampire Slayer and Gossip Girl was found dead at her New York City home. She was 39 years old. Police say her death does not appear to be suspicious, as the actress had recently been dealing with an undisclosed medical issue. As we take a live look outside into Ocean City, one more check on your forecast after this.
The 9th Annual Ocean City Film Festival is March 6th through the 9th. Enjoy 100 independent films and party with the stars. Help us welcome 2 local award-winning filmmakers, John Chester and Erica Messer. They'll be on stage at the OC Performing Arts Center commentating on their film, The Biggest Little Fawn. Tickets start at just $20. Make it a weekend and stay at the beach starting at only $59 per night. Get your passes at OCMDFilmFestival.com.
Join America's favorite game.
You never know what's going to happen.
For the I can't believe it. And always for the unexpected.
Treat yourself a round of sausage.
That's not it, but thank you.
Are you ready?
Wednesday at 7 on CoastTV.
The excitement returns.
The Jeopardy Invitational Tournament.
Players from the past are back.
Fantastic game.
Only one will emerge champion.
Who knows what's next?
Wednesday at 7:30 on CoastTV.
Every story that we do, number one, it affects us as well because we live here and this is our community as well. A lot of times in the media in general, there are stories that are put out that maybe are not the most popular. Maybe people don't want us to do certain stories, or maybe people question, why are we doing those stories? But I just want our viewers to realize that there is a motivation for every story that we do. Our longtime owner, Mr. Thomas Draper, had a saying that we have a moral obligation to serve the people of Delmarva. And that saying really still rings true to this day in how we make our news coverage decisions. It doesn't necessarily mean the stories that we cover will be the most popular. Some people don't want light to be shed on those stories, but I hope viewers can understand there is a motivation for everything that we do, because at our core is the belief that we have that moral obligation to serve them, to give them news that is important to their communities, that could help them on their day-to-day activities. That is something that we always live with, and we have that through line through all of our work. And I just hope people can understand that is really what motivates us to get through every single story we do.
Coast TV, our community, your news.
Coming up new on Coast TV News at 6, visiting Delaware State Parks, what type of fees you'll soon need to pay as we head into March. That story and more at 6.
And each Friday, you can cheer up with a weekly dose of local good news from Coast TV with personal features, fun things to do each weekend, and more. Sign up now for free at coasttv.com/signup and get that weekly dose of joy directly to your inbox on Friday.
And this looks like a postcard picture of what's happening courtesy of our Bay Health camera in Milford, where 61 degrees will drop down to 48 by 9 o'clock. Scattered cloud cover. Our umbrella giveaway winner, Jill Musgrove of Milford. I'm sorry. I'm dealing with the same stuff y'all dealing with, so excuse me when I clear my throat. All right, so anyway, You can call and get your forecast details. Sponsored by the law offices of Broadstedt, Mandalis, and Federico. And finally, here's a look at your extended 10-day forecast. We're warmer than usual till we get to Sunday and Monday. That's when we go back to being cold. But after that, we go back to being warm Tuesday, Wednesday.
Okay, Paul, thank you for joining us here for Coast TV News at 5.
For more news, for more local weather, download our Coast TV News app.
Inside Edition is up next.
And we're going to see you later tonight for Coast TV News at 6. Have a great evening.